everyone, it is Miss Kathy here at Sturgis Public Library. I'm back to video instead of live because I'm going on an epic vacation. Yay! I'm gonna go with my sister and my niece and I, and we're going out to Washington State and seeing all the sights along the way. So, sorry I can't be with you to do our programming, but I'm sure you will be able to do these things just fine. Follow the video, follow the instructions. And I believe you get extra points if you're doing the Read Squared in the summer reading. Look at your sheet. I believe I say you get extra points. Here's the sheet. If you haven't gotten it, pick one up at the library. It says for Thursday, June 24th, Miss Kathy's on vacation. We're making the folded book Hedgehog craft, and there are 50 bonus points to be given for making the craft. 20 more bonus points will be given for watching Miss Kathy's YouTube video and entering the code word in the Read Squared missions. Uh-oh. What's the code word? I don't remember what the code word is, so I'm going to say it's Hedgehog. And if it isn't, we'll figure it out. I'll let you know. So I'm gonna make myself a note that the code word I'm using is Hedgehog. And if it's not, I'll let you know. Okay, this would be our Tweens and Teens Thursday, June 24th program. So let's go ahead and get started. You can pick up, this video won't go up until the 24th, which is the day I would be doing it. So anytime then and after, you should be able to find it. You can pick up a grab and go bag. I will have bags at the library. Just tell them you want the Hedgehog book folding project, and you can pick up the grab and go bag. And here's the instructions. The instructions will be in the bag. It's really pretty easy. A lot of times we get old books here at the library, people are donating, and they're in kind of bad shape. So I found one really well used. Look at that, pages are torn. It's a paperback cover. It's been taped back on there. Maybe you have an old book like that. You can turn it into something useful. Here's another one somebody gave us. It's been out on book sale for a while. Apparently nobody wants to buy it and read it. So this is a great one to use. There are some adult books, nonfiction books. Doesn't have to be anything new. Pick up something old off a book sale, pick it up off a rummage sale. You can just pick these up in your grab and go kit here at the library to make your hedgehog. It's book folding. And I started mine. This is the start of him. I'm going to show you how to finish up the last couple of pages. This is not a quick craft. This will take about an hour to an hour and a half to do. The folding seems like it's going to take forever, but it's pretty cool when you get to the end and you get to decorate your hedgehog. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to read through the instructions first for our easy paperback book Hedgehog craft. I got this off of pinkstripysocks.com. The website had these great instructions, so I copied their instructions. And it says, well, step one I think is a little premature. Tear off the front and back cover from your paperback book. Go ahead, it's okay, you can tear it off. I only used about 130 pages to create my hedgehog. So if you have a very long book, simply tear it into sections accordingly. And you can use the other sections to make a whole army of hedgehogs or other animals. So I think first, since they only used about 130 pages, I went out to the book sale and I looked for books that were about 130 pages. This one is 151, and that's okay. It's a few more pages, but I can tear off some of the pages, and it won't have to be that many. This one is 150, it's again 151, but you can still use all those pages. It doesn't have to be 130. You can use all those pages. This one was 220. That's going to make a thicker, fuller hedgehog if you use it. This one is 164. Again, all it's going to do is make a fuller, thicker hedgehog. But if you don't want to fold all those pages, you can tear some off. What's this one? These are the books I'm going to put in the grab and go bags, by the way. So This one was 160, 164, 166 pages. So these are the ones you're gonna find because I took them off the book sale, nobody's buying them. It's time to have a new life for them, so you'll get a bag with one of those books in it. Okay, 130 pages. And I'm gonna finish reading through the instructions. My goodness, I'm getting all confused. Tear off the front cover, front and back cover. Use only about 130 pages. Then it says, start from one end of the book and begin making your folds. Fold the page in half toward the book's binding. Then fold down both corners to meet the binding. Keep repeating these folds for every single page. I folded all the pages from one end of the book one way and all the pages from the other end of the book the other way. So in the middle, we change directions. And that's what I did with this hedgehog, and I'll show you what it means. Once you're finished, your book hedgehog should look like, sort of like this. This folding will take a while. Once you're finished, your book hedgehog should look like this. Whoops, I didn't do very well on my instructions. I copied them a couple times. In fact, if you want to watch TV while you're folding it or listen to an audio book, hey, get some points, listen to a book while you're doing this. Or talk with your friends, pick a friend to do it along with. It'll go a lot faster. Then, I think I missed some pages on this. I might have to redo these instructions. Once you have it folded, then you can get some paper. I really missed some instructions. You can get some paper and some things and start decorating. So that's why I've got lots of different scratch paper here. I've got pom-poms. I've got flowers and ribbon, buttons. We're going to need Google eyes. I've got the fuzzy chenille stems. We could make a tail. We could make ears. So I'll give you a variety of things in your bag that you can decorate your hedgehog with. And I'm gonna make sure I get the directions done correctly because I did not print these off very well. I'm going to give you, okay, so it's gonna show you your hedgehog's going to need some paws, a nose, and some eyes, and then you can decorate him. And then I'm gonna show you ways other people decorated them. This one gave their hedgehog some book paper ears and a little flower. This one's got some more flowers. These guys have like belts on them. This one is just, ooh, you can't see it on here, but they added spiky papers to him to make him spiky. So just some ideas of what to make. All right, let's go back to the beginning. I have picked up my book. It's 148 pages, and the first thing I have to do is tear off my back cover. Tear off my front cover. Have you ever destroyed a book before? When it's one that's already partially destroyed. It's really kind of fun. And now, I got a page that's already coming off, so I'm just going to take it off. The rest of them are still glued together. Oh, I had these front pages that were coming apart. Somebody had torn it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take those off. Now you can save this for later to help decorating. Scratch paper if you want to decorate. We're probably done with this. I can throw it away, so I'm going to set it aside. All right, here's the book I'm going to work with to fold my hedgehog. It says, start from one end of the book and begin making the folds. Fold the page in half toward the book's binding. So this would be my front, this would be my back. I'm just going to start at the front. I'm going to set it down. I'm going to open up my page. And I fold my paper towards the binding. So I just fold it in half, right towards the binding. And then it says, fold down both corners to meet the binding. So I have to make some triangles. I have to take this corner and fold it in. So I've made my triangle, I fold it in. Now I have to do the same thing to this corner. It's easier for me to do it with the book sitting down. And there we go, we've made our first fold. Fold it in half, fold in the corners. It's all going towards the binding. There it is. We've made our first fold. Now you continue to do that for all the rest of the pages. In the instructions, she said she went one way for half the book and the other way for the other half of the book. Well, I'm at 150 pages, so halfway between 150 pages would be what, 75? So if I want to do that same thing, I'm going to go through here and find where is page 75. There it is. So what that means is from the front, I'm folding my pages in this way. From the back, halfway through the book, I'm going to fold it. I'm going to start folding my pages in towards the middle this way. So instead of, I've started where I'm folding them this way, if I would keep going, I'm going to come to the middle and my last page here is going to fold into the binding. I'm going to fold it right into the middle. So I'm folding it in this way. If I would keep going, this page would be folded that way. But I wanted to make sure my pages were a little bit fluffier. So this is where, instead of folding the page in this way, keep on going that way, I'm going to fold it this way and come from the other direction. So, right in the middle, my pages, one's folded in one way, the other's folded in from the other way. We meet in the middle. You're always making these triangle folds in to the middle. So that means when I got to the middle, I did my one page in the middle. That means I have to make my triangle fold this way. Because I'm folding it in. I'm going the same direction that I started. This one's going to go in this way. So I'm making sure I'm going the same way I started. I started this way. Oh, this one wants to come undone. I started this way. I'm going that same direction to the middle. And now I'm going to switch. I'm going to go the opposite way. So now I folded it into the middle the opposite way. I'm going to fold my corners into the middle, into the binding. So the middle of my book actually looks like this. I've got one going this way, one going this way, but they're all the same. So if you want to do that, if you want to switch directions in the middle, you can. If you want to go the whole same direction the whole way, you can do that too. It's just however you want your hedgehog to look. So I'm going to go back to my beginning. I'm going to go back to my first page where I started. I've got one page done. I'm going to grab my next page, fold it into the middle. I'm going to fold my corners in to make my triangles. I'm going to crease them really good. Crease it really good. And I've got 2 spines of my hedgehog done. And you just keep going. Take your next page, fold it to the middle, fold your triangles into the middle. I'm having a problem with the ones underneath wanting to stay down. Fold this triangle to the middle, crease it, crease it, crease it. I've got 3 pages done. And you just keep going. Let me do one more. Fold it into the middle, crease it, fold my corners up to the middle to make my triangles. And we've got started with our hedgehog. Now, I'm gonna go from the back side too and show you. Now that I've gotten started on the front, I'm gonna go to the back. This is where I switched it. If I turn my book over, I'm gonna fold this page up to the middle. Fold in my corners. And I got pages wanting to tear off, but that's okay. Crease it. So I'm just getting started going the opposite direction. Fold this page down, go to the next one. Fold it in half up to the middle, so the spine, the binding in the middle. Now I am not being very careful to make sure I get them exactly the same each time. If you have to have things exactly perfect, you'll probably go a little bit slower and take your time. 2 pages. Pull down this one. Fold it to the middle. Fold my corners inside to make triangles. Crease them really well. And you just keep going. Now, I've gotten to my middle. This is where, when I get all those pages done and I get to the middle, I fold this one up to the middle. Fold in my corners, crease it, crease it. It's gonna meet there. This one's going the opposite direction. It's easier if you start from one side and go all the way. I wouldn't do partially to the middle, partially from the one end. I would start at one end and keep going. Anyway, you get the idea. It's a simple fold. You just keep folding and folding and folding. So I'm going to set this aside. I have done this with mine. I'll show you where is my middle. Nope. There's my middle of this one. You can't even tell I'm going 2 different directions. It really doesn't matter. So I am just about done with this one. I'm going to finish it. I went ahead, because it was easier for me to fold them all in half once, and then to come back and do my fold in the middles. Let's see if I can do this. Fold it that way, crease it, fold it in, crease it, flip it up, fold it in, crease it, fold it in. Now it gets pretty bulky. It does get pretty bulky. You do have to work with the paper a little bit, but that's what gives your hedgehog his fullness. Fold it in, and you decide, is it easier to fold them all in half once and then come back, whoops, trying to do 2 pages, and fold in your middle triangles, your inside triangles, whatever works for you. I just was having trouble deciding which way I wanted to do it. Ooh, I've only got 3 pages left. Fold in my triangle, crease it, 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 fold in my triangle, crease it. Oh, and there is my completely folded hedgehog. There he is. Now I get to decide where is going to be my face. I think this one's got some sticking up on a little higher on the end where I didn't fold it as good. This one doesn't have that so bad. So I'm gonna use this as my face. I'm going to add the nose to my hedgehog next. On this one, they have used the pom-pom. They've glued the pom-pom on. You could do that. You could do, oh, I could glue on a button. Give him a button nose. I think I'm gonna try that for my hedgehog. I think I'm gonna try the button. Give him the button nose. Now in the instructions, they say to use hot glue. If you have a hot glue gun and you don't mind working with a hot glue gun or a low temp glue gun, that's probably what I would use if we were in here together, doing it together. But I'm going to try glue dots. If you've never used glue dots, I'm gonna throw some glue dots in your kit for you. If you've never used glue dots, it's just glue that's already on the paper. You have to look really hard to find it. You put whatever it is you want to glue down onto the glue dot, and then you pull it off the sticky paper. And I know you can't see it, but there is a dot of glue on there. So now, which side was I gonna do? This side. Now I have glue on there and I'm gonna stick it right to the end of my hedgehog. Push it on there really tight. And there, my hedgehog has a nose. Ooh, you could do this, you could do the button, you could do whatever you want for his nose. Now, my hedgehog needs some eyes. They have lots of different eyes on here. Some of them have little pom-pom eyes. They just use the little pom-poms to give him eyes. The instructions say to use googly eyes. Some of them do have googly eyes on there. Again, it's yours. If you wanted to give him button eyes, you could give him some button eyes. I think I'm gonna mess around with mine. I do kind of like these eyes. So I'm going to put a glue dot on these buttons. Oops. My glue dots are sticking to my fingers. Put my button on top of my glue dot, pull it off. Let's see. I'm gonna give you an eyeball there. Okay. Since I have a matching button, I'm gonna put the other matching button over here. Put some glue on there with a glue dot. Put his other eyeball over here. There we go. Ah, he's starting to look cute. But you know what? I have googly eyes. So I want to add some googly eyes to his button eyes. Let's see. Are these going to be too big? Ooh, that'll be good. How about you? That'll be good. Okay. I'll throw some eyeballs, some googly eyeballs in your kit so you have some of them. Now I want to attach my eyeballs to the buttons, so I need a glue dot. Oops, my finger's right there. Pull off my eyeball with the glue dot on it, and then I'm going to stick my eyeball right there in the button. Look at that. Oh, how fun. Whoops. My glue dot's now on the table. Let's see if I can pull it off the table without breaking my eyeball. Nope, I broke my eyeball. Oh well, we'll get another one. I have eyeballs. If I can get my fingers on one. Let's try this eyeball. Let's try not to get the glue dot on the table. Okay, I'm gonna put this eyeball right here and that button. Look, oh, my hedgehog is coming to life. Now, this is your creativity. You can make yours however you want. I'm looking at my hedgehog and I'm thinking he needs some ears. I really kind of like the paper ears. You can't see it, but I really kind of like the paper ears they made on there. But when I was looking at my stuff, I thought, I wonder if I can give him ears. Will he have fox ears? His ears are more kind of rounded. I could give him ears made out of a pipe cleaner. So I'm going to make the ear about that big and cut it. I want his other ear to be about the same, so I'm just gonna measure around this and cut it. And give him some rounded ears. All right. Play around with them. Now I have to figure out, where do I want his ears to go? Do I want them to be way up on top? Do I want them to be more in the middle? Where do I want his ears? I kind of like his ears on top, although I think they're a little bit big. So I would probably poke them down in there farther. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to poke them in there farther because I don't want them sticking out that far. Oh, I like that. So now what I'm going to do is put a glue dot on the end of these. Pull my glue dot off. It's stuck with glue. Let's see. I'm going to stick his ear in. Whoops. I want it to go down farther. I'm going to stick the ear in there and squeeze it so my ear will stick. And then, he's got one ear on. Where does that ear go? I'm going to do the same thing to his other ear. I'm just going to stick some glue dots on it. If you want to use hot glue at home, or if you have some other glue that you like to use for crafts, go right ahead. Okay, one ear there. Let's put the other ear right there. Squeeze it in there so I know the glue stick is, or glue dot's holding it down. And there he is! He's got ears. Now I can play around with this and turn them so his ears are going the right direction. And there's my hedgehog's ears. But you could use paper, you could use whatever you would like. The original instructions say we need to give our hedgehog some feet. So I'm going to use, let's see, I'm going to use this color paper because I'm going to make him original kind of feet. And I'm just going to cut 4 kind of lumps. Now, is that going to be big enough? Is that a big enough foot for my hedgehog? No, that's too small. I want it to be bigger. There, I like that size better for my hedgehog. So I'm going to give him 4 of these. Can I cut out 4 more in this paper? Uh-oh. I might not have enough paper. There's 1. I'll throw some different kinds of paper in your bag so you can decide what kind of feet your hedgehog's gonna have. Can I make another one out of there? Ooh, it's gonna be really close. And I'm not copying any patterns. I am just free cutting. So I've got 3. I'm gonna trim you up a little bit. Can I get another one from this side? Ooh, pretty close. I'm gonna do it. Because he doesn't have to be perfect. Trim that up a little bit. There, just freehand. Does not have to be perfect. Now I have his 4 feet. Get my garbage out of the way. Clean up my area a little bit here. I got his 4 feet. It says I can give him toes if I want to, so I brought out my markers. I have a black marker. I'm just gonna give him some toes. Just like that. Give him some more toes. 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 And guess what? You get to glue them on the bottom of him. Now I want my toes to show, so I'm actually gonna put my glue dot on top. Oops, glue dot didn't stick. So when I put him on, I'm gonna go like this. You can see his toes. Oh, there he is, with 1 toe, 1 foot. I need a glue dot for the, oops, I'm gonna go the wrong way. Make sure I put my toes on the right way. There's my other glue dot to put on his other foot. There it is. I got a back foot. Put my glue dot on the right way. And there's the back foot. And 1 more glue dot. Put on the other back foot. And there! My hedgehog now has feet. Isn't Ain't that cute? Oh, he's looking so good. Now, if I wanted to, I could leave him just like this. But I think I'm gonna make mine a girl hedgehog because I'm a girl. So I'm gonna make my hedgehog a girl. And I'm going to add a bow. I'm going to take just this piece of, no, I'm not gonna do that one. I don't like that one. Ooh, here's some sparkly stuff. I'm gonna take a length of this ribbon, this sparkly ribbon. I'm just gonna cut it. And I'm gonna tie a bow. Just like tying your shoes. I'm going to tie a bow, make the bunny ears. Okay, now, I gotta fix my bow a little bit. I don't want it quite that big. That's a little big. Oh, I still don't like those. I want it smaller. Whoa. Keep pulling the wrong one the wrong way. There's my bow. That'll work. A sparkly bow. Oh, no, you're a little bit bigger. There we go. A sparkly bow. I'm gonna put a glue dot on there. To find where my glue dots are at. I'm gonna put a glue dot on there. And stick my bow on my little girl. I'm gonna put it right up there, right by her ear. Her ribbon strings are a little long, so I'm just gonna cut them off. There we go. She's got a cute little bow. Now, since I have all these fun flowers here, I'm also gonna put a flower in there. So I'm gonna put a glue dot on my flower. And I'm gonna make sure I stick it right in here. Stick it down in there. And there she is. I think she's so cute. I love my hedgehog book. My hedgehog made out of a book. She is just so cute. Oh, now that I've started another book, I can keep going. And this time I could make her a playmate. Maybe I could make another girl. Maybe I could make her sister. Maybe I could make her best friend. Maybe I could make a boy so she has a brother. I hope you will stop in and pick up the kit. They're pretty fun, pretty easy. It does take a little while doing all the folding, but once you get the folding done, then comes the fun part of decorating it and making the hedgehog your very own. And I'm distracted right now because across the street out the window, there's a squirrel. Are squirrels relatives of hedgehogs? Do they belong in the same family? I'm gonna have to look it up. Well, tweens and teens, I hope you will come to the library, get one of these kits so you can make your own folded paperback book hedgehog. Sorry I'm not here to do it with you, but I will be back and you can show me your hedgehogs. I would love to see them. Thanks for joining me. I will see you later. Bye.